Hey guys, 2020. What a year, am I right? Plagues, murder hornets, the rise of fascism, baby Yodas. Glad it's all over with. Who can say what 2020 will bring aside from crushing austerity and yet more plague? Things won't be going back to normal because time only flows in one direction and you can't unring a bell. While we can't divine the unseen hand of fate, we can decide what it is we're going to be working on, and if you like the games, books, podcasts, or other content I create, here's what I'm planning to do for the coming year. First off, I've been working with programmer Joseph Hawking on an Eshkatown, a text-based post-apocalyptic role-playing game. He's designing the systems and doing the coding while I'm writing the words. We do have a playable demo, but it's still early days, so for the most part the game involves wandering around the ruins of a city, fighting mutants and scavenging garbage. Good practice for the future. Check it out, I'll put a link where you can download the game in the video notes. The other game I'm working on is Zeitgeist 1980, the text-adventure game based on 80s movies. The protagonist, a radical 80s teen, goes on a road trip with his uncle, with unexpected results. While the game is full and complete, it's also intended to serve as the pilot episode. I'm planning to develop it like a serial, with new episodes released on the regular. Commissioning the art and music that I need isn't cheap, though, so I'll be running a Kickstarter in February. If you want to check out the first part, it's free. I'll toss a download link in the notes. What else? Well, I'm going to try to get more paid narrative design work because I'm broke as hell and I love collaborating, so I'll be buffing up my game writing portfolio with a few other games. A few text games, probably in Twine, and a few platformers or action games in Godot or Unity. I'm going to be wrapping up the 7th Steampunk Galvanic Century novel, Lighter Than Aether. I had wanted to release it last year, but the world kind of exploded, so yeah, I need to get back on track, but the rough draft is done, and the cover has been commissioned. There's also the 3rd Shadow Decade book, Open Proxy. Now, I started writing these books, set in 2025, in 2015, when the future looked like a very different place indeed. The last few years kind of threw me for a loop, threw all of us for a loop, and I couldn't bring myself to work on Open Proxy. I think I might be ready to finish it off, but the entire plot will require heavy restructuring. It might be time to start, though. There's also a few serials I might be continuing, Hero Historia and Survival Mode, though I might turn those into games instead. I haven't really decided. So, 2 games, 2 books, a bunch of side projects, pretty full year, right? But wait, there's more. Last year, some friends and I decided to start an indie game review roundtable style podcast, like a book club, only for video games, mostly as an excuse to hang out virtually every other week, and also because I honestly don't know how to have fun without turning it into some kind of project. So Indie Gaiden was born, and we've recorded a few episodes and we'll be releasing them every other week. It's very casual, and we release a YouTube version paired with the gameplay footage from whatever we happen to be talking about. Our first episode on the Russian beat-em-up game Redeemer is out now, so go ahead and check that out if you want. I'm planning on making this YouTube channel the focus of my social media for 2021. I'll be posting devlogs, maybe streaming some work, a few tutorials, generally keeping you guys up to date with a goal of 1 video per week. Subscribe to the channel for updates on all the stuff I just said I'd be working on, along with the stuff I don't even know that I'll be working on yet. You may have noticed that most of this doesn't make any money. I sell the books and some of the games, but most of it I just give away for free. I don't have a day job, and I can only afford to work on projects that don't see an immediate return, thanks to my supporters on Patreon. If you're interested in what it is I'm doing, you should continue joining them. They get advanced and beta copies of everything I'm working on long before any public releases. So that's it. That's what I'm working on in 2021. If you have any questions or if you have an upcoming project you want to talk about, go ahead and mention it in the comments section. Let me know what you're up to.